or legendary have become reality in this modern time. You have got every resource at your disposal to find out what is happening elsewhere in Europe and find the evidence, no problem. So this is what I believe in general. As far as the religious point of view is concerned, if you ask this question in relation to the religious point of view, the religious point of view here is of simple common sense. Every religion is based on common sense and values which are weighed against the evils, and a very well-balanced judgment has to be issued or a decision has to be reached at, whereby you see how much the government should suffer, how much responsibility is incurred on the government, and how much the farmers should suffer and how much can be saved. So a realistic appraisal of the whole situation has to be made with in relation to the distribution of responsibilities and fixing of responsibilities. Unfortunately, in every democratic system, the country is divided into parties and the party interests. These are not issues of such nature as to be sacrificed, so that in making them partisan issues, you sacrifice the national interest. It should be a joint party commission, Labour, Liberal, Conservative and other individuals who have worked well for the national interest. They should go into the whole issue. But unfortunately again here, the whole issue is being dealt with as if it is going to make the future general election for one party or the other. If you treat your questions of national interest which are so serious, then there is a lack of responsibility which has to be attended to. Thank you. Thank you.
The second questioner is Mr. Robin Gibson.
Assalamu
alaikum.
Robin Gibson from Chester. My question concerns the duration of hell. An apparent contradiction between the Hadith and the Quran. If I might read the Hadith, it says, "There will come on hell a day when its shutters will strike against each other and there will be none left in it. That will happen after the inmates of hell will have lived in it for centuries." Musnad. But in the Quran, the word abadar is used in 3 places with regard to hell. I don't know Arabic, but I understand that means forever. Could you?
Yes, inshallah. Thank you so much. Could you please sit while I answer you? The question of hell and heaven has first to be understood in as far as the nature of hell and the nature of heaven are concerned. If it is just a pit of fire like the one presented in our fiction, like Milton's Hell and Milton's Paradise, or Inferno by some other scholars, it's an Italian, it was an Italian author who wrote Inferno, didn't he? What was the name? What? Dante. Dante's Inferno. This is not the religious concept, in fact. The religious concept is very different from the commonly held view about the hell and also about the heaven. So whether they are everlasting or not, how far can they be everlasting? What is the justification of giving a punishment to against a limited sin, limited in time, limited in its volume and application, which punishment is overwhelmingly large, out of all proportion, and everlasting is inconceivable. But what is the mechanism, what is the philosophy of all this, without understanding these questions, my answer will not be understandable. But I'll have to be very brief. It's a very big issue I have taken up. According to Islam, according to the study of the Holy Quran, the hell and the heaven are made here on earth by human actions. And every man's hell is different than any other person's hell. We create our own hell and we create our own heaven. How do we do it? This issue has been discussed in detail in the Holy Quran repeatedly from different angles. This is not the appropriate time to go into a detailed discussion, but I can give you the gist of my study. According to the Quran, when we act against our conscience, the first time we do it, we register a hesitation. We hear a voice from within. This is wrong, you shouldn't do it. But when you do it repeatedly, then the voice of protest from within is stilled ultimately. And then you have a free hand to do whatever you like, but you know it is wrong, even if you do not read much of religion or religious doctrines. It has related to the human psyche as it is created by God. So everything which is wrong in relation to human beings, or your behavior towards human beings, is known to all human beings alike universally. It's not an issue of a religious training or lack of that. So what you owe to others, even to the animals, you know it, because that is built in you. So once you begin to discard the process of your conscience repeatedly, then your personality undergoes a rapid change or a gradual change in accordance with your relation with crime or sin and crime are the two words let's forget for a while, in relation to the violation of the dictates of your own conscience. When you do that, your personality undergoes a change and it becomes visible what you are becoming. You become hard-hearted, you become insensible to the sufferings of others. You lack the capability of sharing your pleasure with the destitute and their misery with yourself. This is moving away from God. This is moving away from the attributes of God which have designed us. This is the meaning that man is made in the figure of God. He has created man under the light of his own attributes. The stamp of the Creator is on human nature. So the moment you decide to work against the dictates of your own nature and take a separate path going away from what you were created by God, then you end up into an area which is non-existent as far as God is concerned, which is not created by God. That is what is evil, and the evil surrounding and the evil world you let yourself be engulfed in. When such a man dies, he has lost all taste for goodness. He has lost all taste for the attributes of God. When he re-emerges into the new world, next world, and his sensibilities are sharpened in the right direction, the closer he is to the attributes of God, the more will he be a suffering man. You can visualize this with the help of daily human experience. If somebody is addicted to pop music and that pop music is withheld from him even for a day or two, he will feel uneasy and